Hello, friends. Welcome to Betkraft, your home of short football prediction and analysis. Okay, also how we fared yesterday, and we're doing so well. Lots of our games, are seeing success. All right, we are very close to perfection yesterday. Except for a Longford game that actually played at a 1-1 draw. We were expecting over 2.5 on that very encounter, but seeing that they got two early red cards that slowed down the progress of the game. And that's football, all right. But despite that, we've been doing so well. Most of our games are, certainly the big odds are coming out. This, just the way we expected it. So today we have a lot of games going in again across the globe, and we have Asian qualification as well as African qualification. We have games in Europe as well, and under 20, Europe under 21 as well, and some of the games from England lower league. Okay, and then being said, before we head on to the business of the day, I want to urge those of us who are coming across our video for the very first time to take our time to subscribe so that you do not miss out on our content, and as well as you help us grow in this very channel. And I want to give you a second to do that, and you've done that. Okay, all right, thank you so much. Let's move on. Okay, today we are starting with the Asian World Championship qualification, where we have Tajikistan coming up against Saudi Arabia. And as usual, we'll take a look at how they fared in the past. We see that for Saudi Arabia, in the past 5 games, I've seen 2 wins and 3 losses in the past 5 games ahead so far. And their away side, Tajikistan, have managed 3 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw in the past five games they have had so far. And taking a look, Tajikistan, when they played at home, they had 2 wins. They had also 2 losses and 1 draw while playing from home. And Saudi Arabia, on the other hand, have been able to win 4 out of the past 5 games while playing from away. Okay, and we also know that Saudi Arabia is the powerhouse of Asian League, and we believe that the better side to pick up the sports in this very encounter, seeing that they've been able to win their matches from home on 4 occasions out of 5, drawing the other one, which was against Palestine. And in this very encounter, we expect their away side, Saudi Arabia, who's the better side to pick up the sports against Tajikistan in this Asian uh, championship qualification. All right, away win, that's a verdict in that very game. And the next is also in Asian World Championship qualification, where we have Turkmenistan coming up against Iran. And as usual, we'll take a look at how they fared. And the home side, Turkmenistan, have had 2 draws and 5 losses in the past 5 games they've had so far. And Iran, on the other hand, have seen 4 wins and 1 loss in the past 5 games they've had so far. Okay, seeing the home side, while playing from the home top, have managed just 1 win, and they've had 4 losses while playing from a home. And Iran, on the other hand, have been able to achieve 4 wins and 1 draw while playing from away. So in this very encounter, we expect Iran, who is a better side, who has been a far better side in this competition, to pick up the sports in this very game. It is a win. That's our verdict for this very game. Okay, and the next game that we have for you is in Europe qualification match, where we have Georgia coming up against Greece. Okay, we can as well look at how they fared in the past, and see that in the past for both sides, we see that the home side Georgia have had 3 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss in the past 5 games, and the away side Greece have seen 3 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss in the past 5 games. What of note is also the fact that for the Greece match, all the matches I've played so far have seen them at least scoring 2 goals in all the matches they've played so far. Okay, except one against the Netherlands, where they lost by one goal to nil, but they've been able to score in most of their matches, at least 2 goals. So we also have seen Georgia, in all their matches producing over 2.5, except the last game they played where they also won Luxembourg by 2 goals to nil. So in this very game, we expect at least 2 goals coming up in this very encounter. So the fact it is an over 1.5, that's our expectation for this very encounter. Okay, and the next game that we have is in African Cup of Nations qualifications, where we have South Sudan coming up against Sao Tome and Principe. And also, you take a look at how they fared in the past to see that the home side South Sudan have had 2 draws, 2 losses, and 1 win in the past 5 games, and the away side have seen 4 losses and 1 draw in the the past 5 games. That great draw actually coming up in the first leg of this very fixture where they played out in a 1-1 draw with South Sudan last week. And in this very encounter, we see that South Sudan is coming home to conclude the second leg of this very game, and we expect nothing but a little a kind of result for the home side. We expect the home side to either win or draw in this very game. Okay, home win or draw. That's our expectation for this very encounter. And the next game that we have is in England National League, where we have Get Sheet coming up against the Hartlepool in the English National League. And as usual, we'll take a look at how they fared in the past. We'll see that for Get Sheet, the home side, in the past 5 games they've had 3 wins, and also they've had 2 losses in the past 5 games they've had so far. And their away side have just managed 1 win, 2 losses, and 2 draws in the past 5 games. And Get Shade, while playing from home, have seen 3 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw, while the away side have seen just 2 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss while playing from away. And what they've noticed, most of the matches for both sides have produced over 2.5 for the home side, and the away side have produced over 1.5 in all the matches that played so far. So we expect an over 1.5 in this very encounter. At least 2 goals coming up on this very encounter. That's our verdict for that very match. And the next game that we have for you is also in England, where we have in England National League, where we have Banbury coming up against South Shades. And in this very encounter, we could see that the home side in the past 5 games they've had so far, they have lost the entire 5 matches they've played so far, and the away side have managed 3 wins and 2 losses in general. And looking at how Banbury have fared from home, they have had 3 losses, 2 wins while playing from home, and the away side have had 2 wins from away, 3 wins from away, and 2 losses from away. And also, what you'll note is the fact that most of the matches for both sides have produced over 2.5 goals okay, and we expect at least we're going to go safe in this very one, over 1.5 goals in this very encounter. That's our verdict for this very game. And the next game that we have is also in England, National League North, where we have Southport coming up against Bishop Stratford. Okay, and like we do, we go ahead and look at how they fared in the past 5. We see that for Southport, which is the home side, they've had 3 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw in the past 5 games, while the away side, Bishop Stratford, have lost the entire 5 games they've played so far. And looking at how the home side have played from home, they have had 1 win, 2 draws, and 2 losses while playing from home. And the away side have lost the entire matches they have played, entire 5 matches they have played from away. So that informed our verdict in this very match, and we expect the home side, who is a better side, to pick up the scores in this very encounter. Home win. That's our verdict in that very game. And the next game that we have is in England Eastman League, where we have Chestnut coming up against their Margate. And looking at how the home side have fared, I could say that the home side have had 4 wins and 1 loss in the past 5 games, and the away side have had just 1 draw and 4 losses in the past 5 games they've had so far. And also looking at how they fared from home, the home side have gotten 3 wins and 2 losses, and the away side have lost the entire matches they have played from away. So it is the home side Chestnut who is the better side, and we expect the home side to win in this very encounter. Home win. That's our verdict. And the next game that we have is also in Eastman Premier League. We'll have Potter's Bar coming up against Dulwich Helmet. And as usual, take a look. We'll see that for the home side in the past 5 games, they've had they've had 4 wins and 1 draw, and the away side have managed 3 wins and 1 draw, as well as 1 loss in the past 5 games they have had so far. Potter's Bar, while playing from home, have seen 4 wins and 1 draw, while Dulwich Helmet have seen 3 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss while playing from away. And what you've noticed is the fact that matches for both sides have produced a lot of goals. We've seen that Helmet, the away side, have had an over 2.5 in 4 out of the past 5 games I've had so far, and the home side have as well seen an over 2.5 in 4 out of the past 5 games I've had so far. So that informed our decision in this very encounter, and we expect in this very match to see an over 2.5. That's our verdict for this very game. Over 2.5. That's our verdict for that game. And the next game that we have, which happened to be the last for the day, is in Europe on the 21 qualification, where we have Italy coming up against Turkey under 21. And looking at how both teams have fared, you see that in the past 5 for Italy, they've had 4 wins, 1 draw. And away side, Turkey, on how they fared in the past 5, I've seen 3 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw. And also taking a look at how Italy have fared from home, they've had 3 wins and 2 losses while playing from home. And away side, I've seen 1 win and 4 losses while playing from away. And in this very encounter, we putting all of that together, we come to the conclusion that the home side, the Italians, under 21, is much more better side and prepared to pick up the sports in this very encounter. It is home win that's our verdict in this very game, and that brings our predictions of Betkraft today to a conclusion. And I wish you the very best of luck, and I hope your ticket goes great today. Remember to play safe. Do not put all your fortune in one bet. It is a football game. It can go either way. All right. I wish you the best of luck, and I hope to see you again tomorrow on Betkraft for tomorrow's game. On that note, we'll sign out and say keep winning.